see this paper and it's wavy and then I cop that. I'm going right for the top, you better just trust that. We know the truth don't lie to us. We're rolling through so scandalous. She got the thing that I might just touch, yeah.
Do you fail to keep promises to yourself or others? Essentially, my question is, have you ever told yourself that you were gonna quit or cut down, but haven't? If you're aware that you have a problem with weed, then you know this question too often. But if you're still on the fence about whether or not you and your weed usage is an issue, this is something to ponder upon. Essentially, do you lie to yourself and do things that you said that you weren't gonna do initially? For example, did you used to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna get high before work. I'm not gonna get high before school because I want to be able to concentrate more," or "I'm not gonna get high while I'm driving." Things such as this, or "I'm not gonna get high before a certain time period," or "I'll only get high on the weekends." But now you're not your morals, but your goals and how strict you are with those set rules begin to erode, and you are doing it more and more often than you initially intended to do. Maybe you said you stopped for a day. Maybe you said you stopped for maybe a couple weeks so that you could save money to use for other financial goals that you have in mind, such as building an emergency fund, perhaps paying off a debt, or using that money to pay someone back that you owe, stuff like that. Essentially, you made all these promises to yourself, but you could never hold yourself accountable to fulfill them and actually follow through. If you feel like you shouldn't be doing it as much as you are, but you never follow through, that is an addiction. You keep telling yourself you're not going to do it as much, or at a certain place, or a certain time period, or in a certain situation, but you keep giving yourself excuses as to why you should continue doing it. One of the biggest things to really understand yourself the most, especially before the craving and the urges hit, is to legit take the time to write down the excuses you give yourself to partake and the reasons why you shouldn't. And just having the idea of writing it out and having a counter argument or a counter punch to the initial craving or the initial excuse allows you to prepare ahead of time for when the cravings, which they will definitely arise, actually hit you. And obviously, accountability is definitely a must-have for anybody that struggles with quitting or reducing their usage. I know for myself, when I was doing the water fast video, if I wasn't making the video, if I didn't have the accountability of making the video, I probably would not have gone the full 5-day water fast. And just that simple example, having someone that you can talk to about your struggles with weed and that can hold you accountable to not relapse, is definitely important. But essentially, what separates someone who smokes too much, smokes a lot of weed, from someone who's actually addicted to it? Pretty much, you may smoke a lot, but when you say you're not gonna smoke around your kids, you do it. When you say you're not gonna smoke during the week, you do it. When you say you're not going to smoke during an XYZ situation at work or in a precarious situation, you don't do it. That's just, you smoke a lot, but you can control when, how, and if you smoke. But if you are in the grips of an addiction, these are the three signs pretty much. You know you shouldn't be doing it. You lie to yourself that you're not gonna do it. You come up with an excuse, even though you initially told yourself that wasn't gonna happen. And number 3, the biggest of all, you end up doing it anyways because you have no control over the situation and when and how often you smoke. So essentially, do you break the promises that you set, the rules in your life that you set around weed to yourself? What in the past did you say you wouldn't do with regards to weed? Did you say you weren't gonna smoke at work? Did you say you weren't gonna smoke while driving, while around your kids, during a certain event, or around your family? Just what is it that you promise yourself that you're not gonna do, but you keep breaking those promises? And just having that understanding will give you a better appreciation or better understanding as to where you are currently at with your weed usage. Remember, I want to harp again that weed is not bad. It's typically us humans that abuse it. We abuse the trees, we over harvest animals, stuff like that. So weed has its place. It's just you want to be able to control it without having it control and ruin your life. All the actions you are doing right now are setting yourself up for your future self. With your future self, are you where you want to be in life, where weed is helping you or weed is bettering you to get to that point, right? Once or twice a week, it really should be the max so that you can enjoy it without getting hooked. But that's something to think about and something to ponder upon. So God bless, much love, peace, and joy. Namaste. All relevant resources to quit and to at least cut down are in the description of this video. As always, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it, and too much of any good thing is good for nothing. Alright, fam.
I got the Midas touch, yeah. Active, we don't talk, we just go on to the action. Winning only, I'm going right from my passion. I've got too much drive, I'm moving past my distractions. I see